beats, bust they head.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. Got my... We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west sleeve stretch, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing, click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up, all cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit, take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir, treat you like the Ukraine. Invade your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle, I got new aim. Fresh kick, spit with the blick, not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7, that's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly, be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to roaring down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog, this the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big bursts of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty Mortal Kombat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look 'em in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. It's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. There's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside with it.
All right, so I'm a little crazy. How about Shimmy Al-Shai Brakatah to the brothers tuning in? Yahweh Shemartha about Shimmy Al-Shai to the sisters tuning in. Once again, it's another class in Isupk Chicago, a Lashawan Qadash class, and that means the holy tongue. You understand? As you can see behind me, this is the Lashawan Qadash alphabet. You understand? It is a very, very important class that we offer in UPK. It's a very important class, and this is right here is how we get our language back. We take back our culture, not only with the scriptures, as y'all brothers see with the podcast, the brothers do, but also the Lashawan Qadash is where you learn your true tongue, your holy tongue. You understand? So without further ado, if you're in the class, if you're working on your Hebrew, you understand? Go ahead and give me a salute in the chat. Be sure to share. Follow the shot, share the chat. All right. Without further ado, of course, in every class, go over, you understand? Go over the alphabet, you understand? From the ancient, and also the Assyrian, all right? So let me just go over a few things real quick. Sorry about that, Israel. All right, let's go over the alphabet. All right, so first, so we have the Lashawan Qadash, you understand, which means holy tongue. All right, so of course, how the ancient, you understand, the ancient Hebrew, how was it read? How was it read, rather, is read from right to left. All right, so instead of reading from the right to left, like English, like Spanish, any of those heathen languages, the original Hebrew for Black suspended Indians is right to left. All right. So you read all the way to the right, then it's to the left. All right. It may be confusing. Some of y'all may be discouraged already, but trust me, it's easy. The more you practice, the better it is. All right. So of course, so let's go ahead and show you how to pronunciate each character. All right. So I'm gonna go through each character and I'm gonna say it. So we got ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, qua, ra, sha, and tha. All right, and that's how you would say all those characters. So this is your first time tuning in. That's how you will say it. And then this up here, this is the Assyrian Hebrew language, the one on top. And this is how the characters look like an A or sideways A, triangle. You understand? Look like a Z. So it's very somewhat similar characters. It's the same thing as English. All right. And now we're gonna go through the Assyrian. So this right here is the Assyrian Hebrew. All right. This is the text. This is the actual text you're going to read in Sabbath service right here. You understand? We read the scriptures in the Assyrian. All right. So this is pretty important too. If you tune into Sabbath service, that you want to know what you're reading, you definitely got to pay attention to Lashawan Qadash class to get it written down. All right. So I'm gonna do it again. It's the same letters for the call. Well, the same letters on the top as the bottom. It's the same way you'll pronounce it. Okay. So we got ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, qua, ra, sha, and tha. All right. And the only thing about the Assyrian, you have the ka, the ma, the na, the pa, and the taza. Now, you use these letters if letters above fall at the end of the word. So an example with lakam, right? Instead of using this ma, because the ma ends, because our lakam ends with the word ma, you'll write this down. You wouldn't write this since it's on the end, or since it falls at the end of the word, you write it down like this. Same thing with the ka, the na, the pa, and the taza. All right, and the bottom is the handwriting. All right. So I think that's pretty much explained it. We got a comment. Let's see. Showing a little Christ. Hosanna Christ. We'll give everybody a minute they need it. Just tune it in. Then we're gonna go over a quick overview of who we did last week. All right, and then I got a couple more words I'm gonna go over again. Then we're gonna do the ancient. I'm gonna do a couple more seconds. We're gonna move on. Just a couple more. All right, let's move on. See? Right, that looks good. All right, so last week we did these body parts in the Hebrew. Okay, so I'm gonna go over it again before I erase it. I like to leave what we did last week so we know we left off. So I'm just explaining real quick. Then we're gonna go over more body parts in the Hebrew that I have. All right, let's do it. So we got throat, and how you would say throat is garan. All right, and then you have the ancient. Then you got the ga, the ra, and the na. You understand? So it will be garan. Same thing with the Assyrian. The thing is, like we just went over, it ends with a "n," so it wouldn't look like a regular "n" as you would write down. You will write down the other way on how it's supposed to be written down, as we just went over not too long ago. So that's how you say Garan or throat. Next up is shoulders or shoulder. All right, and how you would say shoulder is shakam. Shakam. All right, so you got the sh right here. You got the ka, then the ma. Sh is by itself. The ka and the na is connected. So you would say it shakam. Shakam. All right, and also too, with the Assyrian, the sh, the ka, the ma is written like this because it falls at the end of the word. So same thing, shakam. Then we got back. All right, back. And how you will say it is gawa. Gawa. All right, so how you write this is the ga, the wa, single connectors for both of them. So it's just gawa. All right, gawa. Same thing with the Assyrian. Gawa. Next up, we got is rib. You understand in this sense, your rib cage, okay? Rib. And how you will say this is tazalai. All right, tazalai. So you got the taza, the la, and the I connected. So the taza we by itself, and then you got the la I right there. So it's taza lie. Taza lie. All right. Same thing with the Assyrian. Taza, la, and the I. Taza lie. All right. So that's just a quick overview for what we did last week. Want to get your notes in? Go ahead. Give you about a minute or so before we move on to the next words. Thirty more seconds. We're gonna move it on. All right, moving on. All right, so the word I want to go over is flesh or body. Flesh or body. How you will say this in Hebrew? Is bashar. Bashar. That's how you say flesh or body in Hebrew. Bashar. Now let's write down in the ancient and the Assyrian. Right here. Oh yeah, the water. The water cooler. Bashar. Make that more legible. Oh, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and break it down now. So we have flesh, or body. Now you would say it is Bashar. Bashar. Now you write it down in the ancient. You got the ba, single connector. Then you got the sha and the ra. These two are connected. So you would say it just like this. Bashar. That's what it sounds like when you connect the sha and the ra. All right. You get Bashar. And then we have the Assyrian, same thing. We got the ba, the sha, and the ra. You will say it Bashar. All right. Pretty easy. Let's go over another word. Next one we got. Is bone. Bone, bones. Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Slack, which means excuse me about that. All right, and how you will say this in Hebrew. Is itazan. Itazan. That's how you say that word, itazan. That's how you say bone, itazan.
It's like if I could, that word, the zone, you say that was throat, the zone.
No, itazan.
No, throat.
Oh, throat. Throat was garan.
Go wrong.
Yeah, garan. Yep. Throat was garan. And a bone is itazan. Okay, so it's similar a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get this in the Syrian and the ancient. All right. Damn. Just write it right here. So like so boom. Do it like that. Just like just write it right here. Itazan. Right. All right, so boom, there it is. Now let's go ahead and break it down. All right, first up, bone. And then you pronounce it as itazan. Then here it is. Here, how is it written down in Hebrew? You got the I, then you got the taza, then you got the na. The I is by itself, single connector. Then you got the taza, na. The taza and the na, and it creates tazan. Tazan. All right. Same thing with the Assyrian. It's like Israel. I had to write this right here, but I'm make a fresh start for the next word. You got the I, taza, and the na. The na looks like this because it's on the end of the word rather than a regular na. And how you will say it is itazan. Itazan. All right, let's do the next word we have. Next one on the list is skin. Skin. How would you say skin in the Hebrew? And it is I wore. I wore. That's how you say skin. I wore. All right, let's get the Assyrian. Ancient Indian Assyrian. For the word skin. Right, that's how you got it. I wore for the word skin. Go ahead and break it down. So you have the word skin, and how you pronounce it is I wore. I wore. Now, as it written in the Assyrian, you got the I, single connector. Then you got the wa and the ra. These two are connected. So how you will say it all together is I wore. I wore. All right. Same thing for the Assyrian. We got the I, the wa, and the ra. I wore. Pretty simple. Any questions? Be sure to put them in the chat too. Let's do one more. Next word we have next up. Dun, dun, dun. Next word is sinew or tendon. Like the scripture said, the Lord shall put sinew on you. I'm paraphrasing. Sinew or tendon. All right. Sinew or tendon. All right. Now you'll say this. Is gayad. Gayad. It's like gayad. Sinew or tendon. Gayad. Let's get it down in the Hebrew. Right down at the bottom. This is the last word. I can't see. Word. Yad. All right, there we go. It's like Yad. All right, let's go ahead and go over it. So the word we have is sinew or tendon. And now you will say it is gayad. Gayad. All right. So let's get the breakdown. So you have right here the G, the ya, you understand, and the duh. All right. So you got the G by itself, the ya and the duh's connected, so it's pronounced yad. So all together, G, yad, G, yad. All right. And the same thing for the Assyrian, the G, the ya, and the duh, G, yad. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more words that we have on there. Maybe I should go over some numbers. I'll probably do some numbers, probably go up to like what, 10s, 10, 20, 30, probably up to 100. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably just do numbers. If not, we'll just go into Exodus again with the scriptures. The thing about Lashawan Qadash is the more you study it, the more you read, your Sabbath service, you're doing everything you can, is you're gonna pick up on it immediately. You understand? Of course, with myself, when I came to the truth, it was kind of hard at first, but the more you practice, tuning the class, before you know it, your notebook's filled up with everything. You look in the words in the blue letter Bible, and then before you know it, you're up there. All right. So if you just tune in, you can go ahead. I'm gonna give it a minute for you to write it down, screenshot, whatever you gotta do before we move on. And also, don't forget to like and share the class. If you don't know Hebrew, I don't know what to tell you, man. You gotta know your history. You gotta know your language. You gotta learn how to read it. You gotta be a cyber service. Really, for some of you troopers, this is very important. I ain't gonna tell you what, but trust me, you're gonna need to learn the Hebrew. At one point, you're gonna need to learn the Hebrew sooner rather than later. All right. Okay, so that is rules about that time, 7 p.m. I want to say the water to everybody tuning in to Lashawan Qadash class. I appreciate it. You understand? Keep on tuning in. Keep on learning new things about the Lashawan Qadash. But be in tune in 1 more hour for the round table of truth held by Captain Mawa Quad. You understand? And newly raised captains. You understand? On the podcast also, I think we got a special guest from Kansas City or something like that. I don't know. If you tune in, you find out. You understand? So that is real. The water. I'm Breeze Officer of 1000 Raj Karab. That's my time, Israel. Shalom.